Hi, as I told you, to talk about cause and effect and contrast, we are going to have an activity in which we're going to discuss some animals in general. So this is the activity that I have for you. Read the instructions with me, please. Write about the differences between two animals that you know, that you are familiar with, or you would like to research about, using words that express contrast. Of course, if you're going to talk about differences, you're going to use words that express contrast. So what are two animals that you would like to discuss? Probably not, of course, an elephant and an ant, not something completely, absolutely different, as unless that is something that you would like to do. But why don't you think about two animals that may have some differences but some similarities as well? All right, so I would like for you to please pause the video then, and then when you have finished, only when you have finished writing your description, you are going to resume it so that I can show you some example. All right, so pause the video now. All right, so let me give you one example that we have here that this girl wrote for us. Let's read it together. It says, although eagles and hawks, eagles and hawks, two big birds, all right, although eagles and hawks are birds of prey with certain similarities, there are several characteristics that make them different. That is a very good introduction. Actually, that is the ideal, that every time we start a presentation or a paragraph, that we provide some introduction. So we already know what we're going to talk about. Eagles and hawks. They have similarities but also differences. And she used although. Let's start with their size. While hawks are considered big birds, yes, they are big birds, eagles are much bigger. That's nice. Exceeding the weight of the hawks up to 10 pounds. So they are much larger and bigger and heavier, as we can see. Now, they are both raptors, means that they prey on other animals. They hunt, let's say, and eat other animals, other beings. Although, no, they are both raptors. Nevertheless, their diet is very different. That's a difference, especially in terms of the size of their prey. Let's see the explanation of this detail here. Eagles eat larger animals such as other birds, snakes, and even medium-sized mammals. Nice. Whereas is a word of contrast there, whereas hawks hunt small animals like mice, rats, and rabbits. Good. Another big difference is the amount of eggs that they lay. Unlike the eagle that usually lays 2 eggs, hawks can lay between 2 and 7 eggs. So there is a final difference or contrast there introduced by unlike, and in that way we can express the differences between these two animals. All right, so let's now listen to the pronunciation and try to pronounce. Not only listen, but try to shadow, means that you pronounce right after she is speaking. All right, listen to her right now.
Although eagles and hawks are birds of prey with certain similarities, there are several characteristics that make them different. Let's start with their size. While hawks are considered big birds, eagles are much bigger, exceeding the weight of the hawks up to 10 pounds. They are both raptors. Nevertheless, their diet is very different, especially in terms of the size of their prey. Eagles eat larger animals, such as other birds, snakes, and even medium-sized mammals, whereas hawks hunt small animals like mice, rats, and rabbits. Another big difference is the amount of eggs that they lay. Unlike the eagle that usually lays 2 eggs, hawks can lay between 2 and 7 eggs.
Excellent. So thank you very much for listening to the pronunciation and especially for pronouncing with her so that you can practice your own presentation. For our next activity, we're going to talk about holidays. All right, so I will see you on the next video.